The final barrier between a new drug and the patient is the clinical trial, a process designed to be rigorous, meticulous, and above all, honest. This process is sacred. But what happens when honesty is sacrificed on the altar of quarterly profit? A massive pharmaceutical corporation, a name known in every household, now faces an explosive whistleblower lawsuit alleging something horrifying: that they systemically manipulated critical patient data during their clinical trials. This was not a clerical error. This was a deliberate, sophisticated fraud executed to rush a drug to market, securing patents and billions in revenue before any competitor could catch up. The price of their haste? Potentially millions of patients unknowingly relying on compromised or dangerously untested medication. The whistleblower, a former high-ranking employee, claims the manipulation was institutional, a cultural directive to achieve specific, predetermined results, regardless of the reality shown by the patients. We are talking about altering the results of blood work, deleting adverse reaction reports, and creatively interpreting endpoints to meet the regulatory approval benchmarks. The goal was simple: make the drug look safer and more effective than it actually was. In the pharmaceutical industry, speed to market is synonymous with billions in profit. Every day gained in the approval process translates to massive financial advantage. This company gambled with patients' lives, treating human health not as a priority, but as a hurdle in their race to financial supremacy. The legal action filed by the Department of Justice, triggered by the whistleblower's detailed revelations, is investigating whether these manipulated results were intentionally submitted to regulatory bodies like the FDA. If proven true, this constitutes not just massive regulatory fraud, but a profound violation of public trust. The data that underpins our medical certainty must be unassailable. When that data is corrupted by corporate greed, the entire medical ecosystem suffers. Doctors base their prescriptions on this data. Patients base their hope on it. When the data is a lie, the entire medical decision-making process becomes fatally flawed. This level of intentional deception exposes a chilling lack of ethics at the highest corporate levels. Imagine the patients, the vulnerable individuals who signed up for clinical trials, placing their bodies and their faith into the hands of science, only to discover they were unwitting participants in a corporate fraud scheme designed to inflate stock prices. The side effects that were concealed, the efficacy that was exaggerated, these are the tangible harms of this crime. The financial fraud here is staggering. The potential human cost is immeasurable. The fines, though likely to run into the hundreds of millions, cannot truly compensate the public for the betrayal of trust required to falsify scientific records. This is a deliberate, calculated risk taken by executives who saw patient safety as a trivial impediment to generating maximum shareholder return. The subsequent investigation will scrutinize not only the laboratory personnel, but the entire chain of command that pressured researchers to bend the truth. This investigation aims to hold individuals accountable for making the decision that profit was more important than the integrity of the data. This scandal serves as a stark warning. In industries where the stakes are life and death, financial corruption is never merely about money. It is always, irrevocably, about the lives placed at risk. This is the Profit Peril Deep Dive into the shocking reality where science was sold for billions.